Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. Semifinal action. We are seeing some great play here today. David Bingham at the Northwest Bank Sports Desk. Joining me now, Brooks McCowan. And Brooks, I had Dad on first, so age before beauty, I guess, in a situation like that. And we had so much fun. One of the great things we did for the Hall of Pride, and I told you that night when we came up, and you just reminded me where we were. You were about to break the all-time scoring record, and Cohorn had just broke that record. We were talking about Todd Bergenpass. And I think it's one of my favorite nights of ever doing anything. Walking in that gym, meeting your dad, and then the performance you put on, that's a pretty special deal, wasn't it?
It was fun. Just that whole experience, going through the whole season. You know, going into my senior year, we didn't know if we'd have a chance to break it. And to be honest with you, we didn't really think about it. It was just one of those things where we were going to go out and play. If it happened, it happened. But as the season went on, I kept getting closer and closer to it. And then that night was special. It was a really fun night. The place was packed at North Fayette High School, which I'm very close to now. But it was an amazing night. And then to have you guys come and do that in the video that you put together for us was unbelievable. So we can go back and watch it now every once in a while. We pop it in still every once in a while when we're back home. So it was a cool experience.
And you've kept right in. Some of our greatest high school players in all sports continue on with their passion for the sport. And contrary to popular belief, now the thing I like the most about that night and the experience with following your senior year is you were able to enjoy it and embrace it. That's hard to do. I think that's hard to do with all of the things that were happening with the record and the attention. How'd you handle that? Where'd that come from?
There was a lot of people that supported me. Obviously my dad and the rest of my family were unbelievable through it, just keeping me humble more than anything else. Not letting you get too big with everybody telling you, how good you are or whatever it is. And then you also got the people telling you how you're not very good and you're doing things wrong. They just kept me on an even keel. And then, breaking Cohorn's record, and he was amazing during the whole process too. He kept in touch with me. He reached out to me right away, which I hope I can do someday. I really do hope, somebody gets a chance to experience that as well and to break my record, because that's what they're for. They're made to be broken. Yeah. So I hope somebody gets to do that. But he reached out and gave me advice on it, and he was going to be there that night, but he didn't want to take away from it. So he was amazing in the whole process, and I'm thankful for him to doing that. And I really do. I hope I get to do that sometime very soon.
I think the gym was electric that night, and it was special. We might talk more about that at halftime, but tell me a little bit about the state tournament, playing at Vets and getting there and the pressure, and then with all that going and getting there and what that meant.
Well, there was a lot of pressure trying to get there because I hadn't been there yet. My first 3 years, we weren't able to get down there. We played in some very good conference, some very good teams, so it was tough to get down there. There was some good basketball, and there's still good basketball in that area, and then just to be able to get down there and play, and we played so well the first 2 games and weren't able to pull it out, but it was an amazing experience. The last year in Vets, so we were one of the last teams to play in there, and I wouldn't trade that for anything, and to be able to enjoy that with my dad and some of my best friends still to this day that were on that team, and it was a great year. It was a lot of fun.
We'll have more. We're going to talk to you more at halftime, and we'll be back. That's going to do it for the Northwest Bank Sports Desk right now. We'll send it to break. Be back on Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Northwest Bank is your leading mortgage resource. We have experienced mortgage professionals who will walk you through every step of your loan process. Buying a home is one of the most important purchases you'll make. Northwest Bank offers low mortgage rates and a variety of loan programs to meet your personal situation. Whether you are a first-time home buyer, refinancing, or purchasing a second home, call Northwest Bank. Northwest Bank is commitment you can bank on.
Hello, I'm Craig Hill, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Rick Wolko, Executive Director of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. we'd like to welcome you to the semifinal round of the Boys State Basketball Tournament.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to be a part of this amazing tournament, which showcases Iowa's elite teams and student athletes. As title sponsor of the Iowa High School Athletic Association, we know the path to greatness starts early, and it takes years of encouragement. That's why we support Iowa's youth through awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is also the presenting sponsor of the Iowa Hall of Pride. With their support, this one-of-a-kind interactive showcase of Iowa schools, communities, and local town heroes has been made possible. It represents the best of Iowa, the hardworking, dedicated, and determined people that have made our state what it is today.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're on the court or in the stands, we all have the power to make Iowa stronger. Individually, each of our efforts are important, but together, we all rise to a better Iowa. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
And the Iowa High School Athletic Association,
congratulations on a great season and good luck in your tournament games.
And welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines, Iowa, here on the Fairway Foods Championship Network. Rick Silvestrini along with Chris Cundiff as we get ready for another 2A semifinal game. The Treynor Cardinals 24-1. They've won 22 in a row. They're the number 3 seed against the Warhawks of West Fork of Sheffield. They are the 2nd seed. They're also 24-1. And Chris, it's always a fun matchup. You have the number 2 and 3 seeds. And looking at this just on paper, it looks pretty close.
Yeah, very balanced scoring. When you look at the Treynor Cardinals, you've got 4 guys all in double digits basically. And then you look over at West Fork and you've got 2 guys that are in double figures, and then 3 others that are really close. You're going to get a very balanced attack out of West Fork and a balanced attack out of Treynor. Both teams are comfortable after their first round playing here. They come out with a victory. They're ready to go for a great semifinal.
Treynor beat North Cedar in the quarterfinals 61-53. The Warhawks had a little easier time. They beat West Marshall 71-54. Treynor in their dark red away uniforms, and West Fork in their white. Scott Winja of Sheldon, Dave Van Essen of Sheldon, and Brad Van Rokel of Boyden are your officials. We're ready to go. Amsbaugh tips it up with Flathers, and it's won by Treynor. In their dark red uniforms. Here's Robinson. Now Paulson down low, turnaround shot off the glass. Flathers, no putback, good.
And a great job by Robinson of attacking the offensive glass, being able to pull down that rebound and finish with the putback.
Treynor with a quick 2-0 lead. Inside to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh muscles his way in, uses the left hand, and we're all tied up. He had 26 in the quarterfinal game.
Very strong underneath, able to absorb that double team, get out of it, and then finish.
Early on to the 2A semis, all tied at 2. Chapman now pulls back out and gives it up to Trey Castle. Castle is just a freshman. Right back to Chapman. Chapman loses the ball, then picks it back up. Under 7 to go here in the first. All tied at 2 on the Fairway Foods Championship Network. Castle to Flathers. Robinson now. Paulson to Robinson, jump shot, no. Offensive board, and right there's Flathers gets the putback. It's 4-2.
Very promising on the offensive glass, 2 offensive rebounds and putbacks for their 4 points.
Trying to go to Amsbaugh again. He had to kick it back out. Engelbrecht's into Amsbaugh and wide open underneath, but missing on the reverse layup. Gets his own rebound. Turnaround, no by Sprung. He's trying to get it again, but 3 times not the charm, and Treynor comes down with the board. Here's Castle. Pass inside, and Flathers again.
And a great job out of Castle to get the ball in the paint, force a little help, and able to dish to the big fella underneath.
6-2 Treynor, and a loose ball out of bounds. Could not be handled by Sprung. He lost it. Turnover, Treynor ball. Under 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter in this Class 2A semifinal game. The winner will take on Western Christian in the championship. That's slated for 8:05 tomorrow right here at Wells Fargo Arena. Turnover the other way. Here come the Warhawks, and some contact made in a blocking foul on Trey Robinson.
Did a great job out of Ingebrigtsen. They're up front. Treynor seems to be running a flex offense right now. The one thing you want to do against flex, don't let the ball go across the middle of the floor. And he ended up not letting Castle have that pass, and that forced the turnover.
And that call is on Castle. Inside Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh with the power move. No good. Chapman with the rebound. Chapman brings it up. Into the corner. Three-pointer. Paulson too hard. Amsbaugh pulls down the board. Got a whistle and a foul. That will be on Nick Paulson. That's his first. Second team foul into Amsbaugh. And he just split 3 defenders, turned around, used the other hand, 6-4.
And you can see Treynor double teaming Amsbaugh every time he touches it. They've got to make sure the rotation gets there on the backside so he doesn't have a passing option. But there he just did it on his own and got the 2.
Castle to Robinson, now down low. Loose ball tipped out of bounds. It remains with Treynor. Let's take a look at that last basket.
Amsbaugh does a great job of locating the double team and spinning out of it to the baseline side for that finish.
6-4, Treynor by 2, early going here in the first quarter. Castle, lob pass inside. That's way too far and out of bounds, a turnover.
That's a case where he can just take that easy release at the high post and then play that high-low. You don't have to force that from 24 feet away.
West Fork with the ball. They could tie it up or take the lead right here. Engelbretson. Amsbaugh faked the shot. Now backs in a bit, stops. Bounce pass baseline, no good. And an offensive board to put back by Evan Sprung. And Sprung scores, and we're all tied at 6. 4:19 remaining in the first. Castle and who last touched it. Officials are looking at each other.
Stay with Treynor, I think.
Yep, Treynor will keep the ball. So Castle to inbound on the baseline. All tied at 6. Looking, gotta hurry, Gets it into Flathers. Back outside, way downtown, and buried that time by Nolan Chapman.
He just stepped up to shoot that ball with confidence. Right on the kick out. Perfect time to hit a 3.
The other way is Engelbretson. Now inside Amsbaugh. Again, the spin move, turnaround, no good. And the rebound by Robinson. Treynor up by 3. On the run is Chapman. Now he slows it up. Castle looks over to the bench. Scott Rucker calling out a play. Paulson back to Robinson. Down the right side, Castle. Here's another bomb, and that one's off the mark by Chapman. Rebounded by the Warhawks. Amsbaugh outside now, looking at Sprung momentarily, then gives it to Myers, and we're going to get a foul. There's that last basket.
This is a great job of finding the shooter after penetration. He's caught the ball, ready to let it fly. Buries it for 3.
That was a deep 3, too. 9-6, Treynor. Warhawks going to inbound it here to Halloran. Left side, Engelbretson loses the ball, gets it back. He's at the free throw line. Now finds Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh in the corner to Halloran. Now back down low. And get a foul here on Treynor.
You know, and Amsbaugh commands so much attention. Having to stay almost deny him at the high post is allowing for that post entry pass and driving to be way more open than it should be.
Michael Wesley with the foul at inside Amsbaugh. 9-8, 1-point ball game. Treynor up, 2:54 remaining here in the first. Ben Chapman now playing guard for the Cardinals. Uses the ball, picks up his dribble. Bounce pass, left side over to Deichler, and Deichler will give it right back to Chapman. 2:30 to go here in the first. Chapin gets the ball right back. Real patient here by Treynor. Wesley outside Deichler. Makes a move. Now in the paint, he's caught down low, kicks it out. Here's a shot, and up and good, and a three-pointer by Ben Chapin.
And that was a great offensive set there for Treynor. They ran 3 different sets. First 2 didn't work, showed some patience, and were able to get a 3 out of the third one.
Chapman only 14 threes on the year, 12-8 Treynor. Gamspot to Halloran. Halloran gets his own rebound and the putback, second chance points.
And I think that's the 4th offensive rebound already for West Fork.
Treynor's lead cut to 2. West Fork has not led yet in the game. Here's a left-handed runner, no good by Deichler. About 5 fakes by Deichler and puts it back in over Ansbaugh.
Well, he needed the first 4, so the 5th one could go down there.
14-10 now, Treynor by 4, nearing the 1-minute mark here in the first quarter. Inside again, no good by Kuhlmeyer. He gets the offensive board, and this time is fouled. And again, Paul, second chance opportunities for the Warhawks.
Yeah, you know, we talked about just a second ago, 3 or 4 offensive rebounds. Every time you do that, you know, it gives West Fork more confidence, because if they miss shots, they know they're going to get the second chance opportunity. And here we're going to the line for 2.
Kuhlmeyer, a 54% free throw shooter, missed the first. Starters coming back in now for Treynor. Paulson, Castle's in.
Number 31,
Trey Castle back in.
23, Trey Robinson.
Second free throw on the way, and he missed them both. Offensive board, though. Then he stepped out of bounds.
The one thing that you really enjoy about semifinal games, both teams are a lot more calm. You know, you get a great flow to a game. We've got a great start to this first quarter.
4-point ball game. Treynor up at the 1-minute mark here in the first. There's a running shot, no good, and we got a jump ball called. It was Trey Castle going in, had a jump ball on the rebound. The possession arrow favors the Warhawks. West Fork has not had the lead in the game. This is their biggest deficit, so it's been very tight throughout the first. Looking like they're going to play for the last shot, Chris.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, right now it's 14-10. Worst case scenario, you're down 4 as long as you get the last shot.
Myers on the dribble. Hands it off to Halloran. Halloran baseline, now gets the ball back. 26 seconds left. Myers is standing at midcourt, waiting for the defense to come up. Now we're under 20.
A little switch to zone out of Treynor here to end this possession.
Myers with 15 seconds, starts his dribble. At the free throw line, got the ball back. Inside, Ansbaugh. I don't know how he got that one up, but he scored. 14-12, 4 seconds left, and a foul in the backcourt, and not a good foul by Ansbaugh.
You know, the only problem is they took the shot just a tad too early. He takes it with 7 seconds left. If he instead takes it with 3 or 4, you might get an offensive putback and no chance to pick up a foul like that.
Go ahead. I was going to say Ansbaugh has 8. That's his first foul.
And if you hold for the last shot, why not hold to make sure you're the last team that has an opportunity to score there?
Treynor inbounds, going to put a half quarter up, and it is no good. 14-12. It's Treynor by 2 at the end of 1. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Right now, get any large, traditional, or flatbread specialty pizza for only $13.99. Casey's, famous for pizza.
Hey, what's going on? Just checking the fields. Yours are looking pretty good. Must be doing something right.
Actually, I got a guy.
You got a guy?
Well, it's not just any guy. I got a channel seedsman.
Channel, yeah?
Yeah, I've been working with him pretty close to get, well, you can see for yourself. This is what I recommend. Let's get to work.
this is what you want to see.
Maybe I should get a guide.
Maybe you should get a channel seedsman.
Find your channel seedsman at channel.com.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena, we begin the second quarter. Treynor up by 2. Rick Silvestrini along with Chris Cundiff here on the Fairway Foods Championship Network. Treynor in the far corner. Now they get it to Flathers. Turnaround shot. Uses the glass and scores. Back to a 4-point lead for the Cardinals.
I really like the various sets that Treynor's running here early in the game. I've counted 6 different things they've run against this man-to-man offense, or defense.
Down low, they get it into Sprung, and Sprung for 2. Just underway in the second quarter. Class 2A semifinal game from the capital city. Flathers passes to Robinson. Here's Chapman, who hit a 3 earlier, inside, and it's number 2 on Amsbaugh. That's a big foul.
And with a player like that that scores 20 points a game, coach has a tough decision right now. Do we let him play with 2, or do we send somebody in, give him a quick rest so he doesn't pick up a quick third?
Yeah, coach knows is going to make the change here. Amsbaugh is going to have to go out with 2. That's a huge foul with 7:15 left here in the second. And now we got a foul on the inbound. He, of course, is replaced by Kuhlmeyer.
I think Treynor caught West Fork sleeping a little bit there on the inbounds. We're able to get the lob, and now at the line for 2.
So the other big gets a foul. Kuhlmeyer, who just checked in, picked up the foul. Here's a free throw up by Paulson, and it's good. Paulson, 63% on the year. Free throw line, second one, and that's in as well. 18-14, 4-point lead. That's been the biggest for Treynor. Been a real tight ball game. West Fork has been unable to get the lead so far. 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. Engebretson. Now they're looking inside. Instead, a jump shot. That was partially blocked. Halloran, but an offensive board and a putback.
Just great D out of Treynor to force the double clutch jump shot, but then they've got to finish it off and box out.
A lot of offensive rebound. Myers put that one back in. 2-point game, nearly a 5-second count. They now back out to Trey Castle. Some bumping and shoving. Castle gets a screen now in the corner for Paulson. Paulson back out to Chapman. And the Cardinals will reset the offense. Trey Castle. In the corner, Paulson tipped away, right back into the hands of Castle. Castle now finds Chapman. Chapman wants to drive left side. Turnaround, floater, up and in.
And he knew that was good as soon as it left his hand.
He's got 5, and the other way, all the way down with it, and that's Spencer Halloran. 2-point game, 20-18. And neither team able to get any kind of control. Bounce pass left side, 3-pointer, and that was an air ball by Paulson, rebounded by the Warhawks. An opportunity here to possibly take the lead for the first time. Engebretson. Bounce passes it to Kuhlmeyer. Halloran now in the wing. Hands it off. Fake three, now a floating shot, no good by Engebretson and rebounded by Treynor. Nick Paulson, baseline, good, and the foul.
That's a great finish there. Castle gives him the pass, he attacks the baseline, great jump stop to gain about 5 extra feet, goes up strong and finishes. And you can look at it here, the great 1 foot to 2 foot jump stop, strong finish, gets the line.
Free throws in, and the largest lead of the afternoon for Treynor. They're up 23-18. At the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Class 2A semifinal ball game. Hellward in the corner for Sprung. Back to Myers. Myers baseline. Halloran pulls up, shot was blocked by Paulson. Scrambling for the rebound, another offensive board. Here's the 3-ball, left side, in and out, no good that time by Halloran. Chapman, and contact, and is it a charge? No, a block on Halloran, and that was awfully close.
It could have gone either way, and it might have even been a travel, too, because he had the initial contact, took a second step. So I think there were about 3 calls the referee could have made on that particular play.
2 free throws now for Nolan Chapman. And the first one well short. He's a 64% free throw shooter. There at Coach Snow's. Second year at West Fork, longtime coach, 29 years of coaching, took some time off and then came out of retirement. 24-18. Treynor by 6. That's their biggest lead now of the game. Gallagher passes right side, now he's got the ball back. Slow and methodical offense here for the Warhawks. Cross court, Myers inside, gets caught, feeds it off. One-hander, no good by Sprung, and on the rebound, we've got a foul here, and is that on Kuhlmeyer?
I think it is.
If that is, that's number 2 on him. So both bigs now with 2 fouls for the Warhawks.
And it's an interesting thing when Amsbach comes out of the game. When he's in the ball game, the way the offense is set up is to be that slow, methodical, get him touches inside. With him out of the ball game, the presence inside isn't as dominating for a scoring threat. So now you're going to have to find a way to get other people some shots.
Ty Castle comes in, and he's working the ball for Treynor. Bounce pass in the middle, and got way caught underneath it. Chapman just couldn't get his hands on the ball. 24-18, Warhawks in a traveling violation right there. Halloran slip, no doubt about it. A travel and a turnover.
A little more patience. He tried to attack too narrow of a gap and just got stuck at the end of it.
Scott Rucker barking out plays for Treynor. 3:26 to go in the second. Take the jump shot there. That was Robinson. Now Ty Castle with it again. Bounce passes over to Chapman, and he traveled.
And they like this little isolation set they're running there for Chapman. They kind of rub him off of a screen, pick him, pop him out, and then all of a sudden he has the entire side of the floor to attack. He just ended up traveling there.
Austin Neff, a 6-foot junior, in now for the Warhawks. 3:07 to go. It's Treynor by 6. That's their biggest lead of the game. Warhawks had not led throughout the first half. Neff bounce pass inside, loose ball, and feeding Myers. He passes left side, and the jump shot is good by Sprung. 24-20, 4-point lead for Treynor. Ty Castle. Robinson now in the corner for Paulson. Paulson trying to feed inside, stolen away. Warhawks running. And loose ball, and Castle picks it up and saves it and gets it off to Chapman. Now it's a 4-on-2 break the other way, and Chapman has to pull back some good defense. 3-pointer, though, put up by Ty Castle, and no good, but the rebound and the putback is in by Robinson.
Did a great initial attempt. We're going to go look at this. 3 by Castles missed, and right there is Robinson with the putback. And that goes back to his position on the floor. If you looked at it on the fast break, he kind of stayed inside the lane, so after that kick out, he had great rebounding position.
And that's Kuhlmeier's 3rd now. So between him and Amsbaugh's got 2, and the Bigs are in trouble. 26-20, 6-point lead for Treynor.
And they're keeping Kuhlmeier in right now.
He's got the ball right at the free throw line, gives it to Sprung. Cross-court pass, Myers. Myers for 3, too hard, and a good block out, and Paulson with the rebound. 1:47 to go here in the second. Calling out the play is Paulson. Check that, Trey Castle. Trey on the drive, pulls up, baseline jumper, no. Rebound, picked up by the Warhawks. Halloran changes hands. Halloran goes in all the way, and we got...
That's going to be Kuhlmeier's 4th foul.
Yep. So Kuhlmeier commits the foul, and now Amsbaugh's going to have to come back in at the 1:24 mark here in the second. So, tough situation.
That really forces your hand as a coach. You're trying to get Amsbaugh as long a break as possible so he doesn't get into worse foul trouble, but then your replacement for him already has 4. So now you have to have the conversation with Amsbaugh. He might have to let a couple go inside that he normally wouldn't because he's already got 2 fouls.
Coach Snow's kind of worried look on his face. His big guys are in deep foul trouble here with 1:16 to go in the second quarter. Amsbaugh's back in. Let's see if they go right at him. Robinson. Bounce passes it to Chapman. Now inside, they go at Amsbaugh, and an offensive board by his teammate. Well, they went right after him, trying to get him to commit, and he did a good job there.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Treynor tried to attack him early.
Amsbaugh to Sprung, and Sprung is fouled and scores.
You have to be careful when you want to attack somebody with 2 fouls. Yeah, you want to run a couple sets here and there. Oh, let's look at the replay here. What a great cut and finish. But going back to Amsbaugh, when you have somebody with 2 fouls, you want to attack him inside, but you don't want to get so focused to where that's the only thing you do, and you get yourself out of the kind of the flow that you've been in.
Sprung trying to make it a 3-point play. He's got 8 in the game, now 9. It's a 3-point lead for Treynor, 26-23, 52 seconds left here in the second quarter. Nick Paulson outside Robinson. Robinson got caught up, and the ball right through the hands of Trey Castle. Turnover by Treynor. An opportunity here for West Fork. Now, will they just play for the final shot?
I think with 2 fouls on Amsbaugh, this is a good chance. Just make sure you take 1 shot here at the end. Make sure it's the last shot, though. Don't give them an opportunity to get anything off to advance their lead.
Myers standing with the ball, the clock under 25. Treynor content to let the clock run down. Now they fall back. 15 seconds. Here's Myers. Right of the paint, going in all the way. Scoop shot, good, but there's 10 seconds left. 10 left. Here comes Treynor. Flathers at 5. Flathers loses the ball into the hands of Chapman from way downtown, and it's off the mark. And we are at the half, and we got a heck of a ball game here. 26-25. It's a 1-point lead for Treynor. This is the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Long before going green was an everyday phrase, back in 1955, Fairway came up with a way to recycle the heat generated by our refrigeration compressors, using an underground tunnel to pump the warm air back into the store. It cuts our heating bill, which helps keep prices low for our customers, and it's good for the planet. Fairway, where going green isn't a gimmick, it's just how we do business.
You should see my bank. It can do awesome things. Mom says it's just like the 4 seasons. Always there. helping communities grow and be a better place to live and work. All because my bank lives here too.
Live Iowa, work Iowa, bank Iowa. Member FDIC.
Will feature some of Iowa's best cheer squads. Today has a rich tradition in cheer excellence. They placed second in the 4A large division at the state cheering championships in November. This squad of 7 seniors, 5 sophomores, 5 juniors, and 5 freshmen participated in a breast cancer awareness fundraiser with their local Shield Sports store for community service. They're very honored to perform here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome head coach Tammy Doyle and assistant coach Mackenzie Meeker and the Cedar Falls Tiger cheerleaders.
Red, black, and white, it's time for a fight. Yes, you need to know it. Tigers, we own it.
Yes, we so fly. Haters hate and we see why. Black and red mixed with that white. See the Tigers win tonight.
You see, we can turn the night up. And if you feel the way I feel, we can
turn it up, turn it out. That's what Tigers are all about. You know we got the crown without a doubt. Give me some of that.
The Cedar Falls Tigers cheerleaders. Hey, basketball fans, it's time to celebrate Chips Ahoy, their 50th birthday. Fairway and Nabisco has invited 4 lucky fans to compete in a fun game of knockout. The contestant that can eat a Chips Ahoy cookie and make a basket and come back to find a chair will receive a year's supply of free Chips Ahoy cookies from their local Fairway food store. Contestants must make a basket and then return to the chair until there's only one contestant remaining. On one side, we've got Alex Daly and Colin Arndt from West Fork. And on the other side, we've got Kendrick Humphreys and Katie Zimmerman representing Treynor. Are you ready, gang? On your mark, get set, eat. And away they go. They're chomping on that terrific Chips Ahoy cookie. Oh, yeah. And away we go with one of our contestants. He'll make a basket, head back to look for a chair. There's the second one. Who's going to get this third chair, folks? Here we go. All right, we've got our first elimination. On your mark, get set, go. And away we go once again with the third one. There's a layup. Here we go. We've got two made. And both chairs are filled. All right. On your mark, get set, go. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the cookies. And it looks like we've got our winner. Let's give them all a big hand. Thanks to our contestants. Special thanks to Fairway Food Stores and Nabisco. And here come the Chips Ahoy girls. You want a t-shirt? If you want some Chips Ahoy cookies, make some noise. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Northwest Bank Sports Desk. I'm David Bingham. We're here in between the games and at halftime, so we talk a little basketball. And we've been lucky enough to have the McCowans here. We got bring Brooks back. Iowa's all-time leading scorer from Wapsie Valley. Also prepped them for also went to UNI and 3 NCAA tournament runs. And now you're in this coaching racket, so you're back in the state coaching full-time at Upper Iowa. But after high school, talk about what led you to UNI, your success there, and then what brought you into coaching.
I always wanted to be a coach. Growing up in our family, that's just kind of what we do. My, older brother's a coach. Was down here this week. It was fun to watch him. My sister was a head high school coach at Hudson, whose team just made it down here. She moved away to Omaha, but it's just kind of what we do. We kind of followed my dad's footsteps. And after high school, I went on to play for Coach Mack at UNI. Just fell in love with their coaching staff and the other players there, and then played 3 years for him and then another for Coach Jake, and could not have two better mentors than those guys, and it just drove me more to want to be a college basketball coach. Then I went on and coached with Coach Jacobson for 3, went with Coach McGinn at DMAC, and then was fortunate enough to be with Coach Bigler at Southwest. So I've had some great mentors and guys that have just led me to where I am today, and now I'm at Upper Iowa and kind of back home for me, and I got a house there, and I love it. It's an awesome place, and I had so much fun this year in my first year.
I'll give you one more quick one here. When you think state tournament basketball in Iowa, what comes to mind right away?
Well, Vets comes to mind for me. The old Vets, going into that place, and I was walking through it the other day, and I couldn't believe the court was where I was actually standing, but it's just an amazing feeling. Coming down here, the atmosphere down here, the experience the kids get to have, it's an awesome experience.
Hey, we appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate you having me here.
It's good to catch up. All right, that's going to do it from the Northwest Bank Sports Desk. We'll be up here all rest of the night and give you more. We'll be back with more on the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Northwest Bank is your leading mortgage resource. We have experienced mortgage professionals who will walk you through every step of your loan process. Buying a home is one of the most important purchases you'll make. Northwest Bank offers low mortgage rates and a variety of loan programs to meet your personal situation. Whether you are a first-time home buyer, refinancing, or purchasing a second home, call Northwest Bank. Northwest Bank is commitment you can bank on.
Stocking shelves, mopping floors, bagging groceries. We all start at square one and work our way up the ladder. It's the foundation Fairway is built on. I may be the store manager now, but I still stock shelves because when it comes to serving our customers, no job is too small, and every employee is important. It's a way of doing business that makes me proud to be a member of the Fairway family.
Des Moines is everything you want in a city. Catch DesMoines.com.
All the fans here at Wells Fargo Arena, they're watching a very good basketball game as Treynor is holding on to a 1-point lead over West Fork, 26-25 at the half in this Class 2A semifinal ball game. Both teams on long winning streaks, each only lost one game during the regular season. Who's going to come out ahead and play in that championship game tomorrow night? The winner will face Western Christian, 8:05 right here at Wells Fargo Arena. Chris, we've got to keep an eye on the big guy, Amsbaugh, 2 fouls. His backup, Jacob Kuhlmeyer, 4 fouls in the game.
And this is such a tough predicament to be in as a head coach. As you sit here, you're in a state semifinal game. Your best player's in foul trouble. His backup's in foul trouble. Defensively, they might make a little switch. We might see them play a little bit of zone here, maybe try to protect Amsbaugh. If not, you got to have a conversation with the big fella. You're not picking up your 3rd foul early. I mean, coaches, these are the ones where they grab the jersey, they look him right in the eye, and, you know, they give him that little stern talking to.
And think about the 1 foul he picked up in the backcourt. That was really unnecessary, and now that looms huge.
Yeah, and it was right at the end of the first quarter when they didn't need it after he had the score.
Okay, here we go. Warhawks will begin with the ball in this half. They have not led throughout. Got an opportunity here to take the lead. Halloran drives in, some contact, scoop pass outside for Amsbaugh. Now here's a jump shot, take it, and it's up and in by Evan Sprung. And Sprung has given the Warhawks their first lead of the ball game. He's got 11.
And he looks more and more comfortable as this game's going on. If he can knock down jump shots, that's going to help a ton.
Chapman right side, now in the corner for Paulson. Paulson gets it to Robinson. Back to Nolan Chapman. Offense resets with Trey Castle. 7:15 to go here in the 3rd. On the drive, Robinson uses the glass, goes over Sprung and scores, and Treynor retakes the lead.
Did a great job of getting into Sprung's body, forcing him backwards so that he could turn around and get the shot away.
Amsbaugh wants the ball. Now dribbles, backs in, and did he travel? They're going to say he did. No basket. Coaching staff doesn't like it, but it's a travel on Amsbaugh.
We've seen a lot of travel calls down at the state tournament on that spin move. Got to be careful. Go 1 foot to 2 feet every time, or it is a travel.
Trey Castle stops his dribble. Bounce passes it over to Flathers. Paulson up high. Now Trey Castle getting a screen. Flathers pulls up from behind the arc, no, and rebounded by the Warhawks, pulled down by Myers. Myers a pass ahead, Amsbaugh with a quick fake, and is that an offensive foul or a block? Oh my, it's a block, and that was mighty close.
That could have gone either way, and I'll tell you what, the coaching staff for West Fork right there gave a big sigh of relief as soon as they saw those 2 hands go to the hips.
Wow. That was close. Amsbaugh will stand in and shoot 2. You know, he had the opportunity there to take a wide open jump shot and passed it up.
Well, and I think he was almost too far out of his range there, and then as he got closer, he decided he was going to go all the way. Could have just pulled up from about 7 feet.
Makes both free throws, though. West Fork back in the lead, 29-28. Trey Castle. Nearly stolen away. Robinson has it back to Castle. Under 5 minutes here in the 3rd. Castle being guarded very closely. Some contact there, and finally the call is on Engebretson.
And that's just a great step through against pressure. A lot of times when high school players feel pressure, they keep backing up. He did a good job pivoting, stepping through, and forced the foul there.
Scott Rucker calling out a new play for his team. Trey Castle splitting two defenders, goes up, and there you see where Amsbaugh had to let him go.
Yeah, and he just kind of did the blow by, see if he could kind of get it. If he released it, and it ends up leading to an easy shot for Castle.
Treynor now by 1. Halloran lost the ball. Did it touch anybody? Yes, it did. Ball remains with the Warhawks. Hunter Myers underneath his own basket. Amsbaugh lost the ball. He had him there for a second. Now he finally gets it to Amsbaugh. Engebretson down low. Cross-court pass. Halloran on the drive. Pull up, no. And a foul on the rebound that's going to go on Hunter Myers.
Is it Myers or Sprung?
Oh, no, you're right. It's going to go on Sprung. So Sprung picks up just his first. He has 11 in the game. 1-point ball game. Treynor up by a point. They've got the ball. Trey Castle stops his dribble, passes over to Flathers.
And Treynor's gone back to running a little flex offense, trying to move Amsbaugh around, I think, with the potential to get him inside for that foul.
Chapman for 3, doesn't go. Amsbaugh with the rebound. Engebretson on the dribble. Halloran looks for Amsbaugh. Turnaround, and he draws the foul. 2 shots coming up for Amsbaugh. Trey Robinson.
I've been very impressed with Amsbaugh's court awareness at the block. He feels the double team. He's been able to spin out of it once early in that half, in the first half. In the second half, able to split the double team, get the foul, and get to the line.
Second foul on Robinson. Marcus Wogan now in for the Warhawks. So one more free throw coming up from Amsbaugh. And that one's a bit short. Rebounded by Flathers. All tied at 30. 4:40 mark here in the third. Class 2A semifinal from Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines. And a pushing foul on West Fork. Let's see who they get here. It's going to be on Wogan, so he just checked in and picked up the foul. Third team foul for the Warhawks. Castle, kind of a wild shot, rebounded by West Fork. Halloran in the corner to Myers. Bounce pass Amsbaugh, double team. Cross court over to Wogan. Sprung. Amsbaugh fakes the shot. Did he travel again? Yes.
And that one's really close. I mean, as you watch does he put the ball on the floor before that pivot foot moves? And it could go either way at that stage.
Ty Castle now back in. They'll run the point for Treynor. Under 4 minutes to go. We're all knotted at 30. Trey Robinson to Ty Castle. Chapman lobs it in for Flathers. There he goes, switches hands, and Flathers scores.
And Amsbaugh was in a great position, but did not want to slide over and pick up that third foul and had to give up the layup.
32-30, Treynor back up by 2. Amsbaugh in hard, and another blocking foul. And let's make sure everybody's okay here. They both hit the court hard. Let's take a look at that last basket, Chris.
And a good post entry pass, slices past the initial defender, then Amsbaugh can't help.
Free throws coming up for Amsbaugh. He's 3 of 4 from the line here this afternoon. He's got 11 points in the game. This one is good. Make it 12 now for Amsbaugh. 65% free throw shooter. Treynor bench looking on. Got them both. All tied up, 32-32. Austin Neff back in. Here replaced Wogan. .323 to go in the third quarter. Ty Castle bounces it left side to Paulson. Looking for Robinson now. Here's Ty. Hands it off to Flathers, and Flathers is fouled.
Both teams need to be a little careful here. I mean, there's 7 fouls already in this half. 4, that adds up in a hurry. You don't want to have somebody shooting foul shots in the bonus in the fourth for the entire fourth quarter.
Fourth team foul on West Fork. Treynor has 3. Lob pass inside. Lots of contact with Amsbaugh. Turnaround shot, and it goes in for Nick Paulson. Well, I almost thought they were going to catch Amsbaugh on the inbound pass.
Yeah, especially because he didn't even see where the basketball was. I mean, if he kind of locates it, it's almost like that football rule. They'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But when you just jump up there and don't even know, that's when you get called for a cheap foul.
Treynor by 2. Amsbaugh right side. 3-pointer. Air ball on the way for Neff. Offensive rebound, though, and put back by Halloran.
And Paulson missed the box out there on Halloran. He's got to make sure he gets a body into his legs, get his butt into his legs.
All tied at 34. And the steal. Ty Castle. Now Paulson pulls up, tough shot, and the foul. The foul's going to be called on Halloran.
And as we go to the replay here, you can see Halloran getting that offensive rebound where Paulson missed that box out. He's able to put it back in. It's just great awareness to get to the offensive glass on that miss.
Paulson's free throw's good. Treynor back up by a point. Paulson has 8. Well short. Amsbaugh, the easiest rebound he'll ever have. 35-34. Reverse, hit a nice reverse layup that time. That was Neff. West Fork in the lead, 36-35, and nobody can pull away.
This has been a quarter of lead changes. It's about every other possession we've got a lead change.
Paulson with the ball. Dykler. High in the lane. Is it a 3-second violation? It is. Take a look at the last West Fork basket to give the Warhawks the lead.
They get a good kick ahead. He blows by him on the baseline. He's able to get that little turnaround finish inside.
36-35, West Fork by 1. 1:27 to go here in the third. The winner punches a ticket into the Class 2A championship game. They lob it into Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh between 2 defenders and a jump ball. He got tied up with Trey Robinson. Jump ball and possession Treynor.
I think Amsbaugh felt he had more space than he did. If he attacks that rim a little bit harder, he might get the foul on top of it. And the way he's been finishing inside, it could have been a 3-point play. Instead, it ends up as a jump ball.
Flathers comes back in for Treynor. 1:15 to go in the quarter. Treynor coach Scott Rucker calling out the play for his Cardinal team. 36-35. Robinson to Chapman inside, and the basket's no good, but 2 shots coming up for Flathers.
And if you're West Fork, if you can get through this quarter with Amsbaugh staying at 2 fouls, you can tell them in the fourth quarter we're playing this thing live. I mean, don't worry about it at this stage.
Yeah, he looks real tentative on the defensive end right now.
He does.
Flathers free throw good. Tied at 36. One more for the junior, it's good. He had a double-double in the quarterfinals. Under 1 minute to go, and Treynor back up by 1. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see at the end of this game how many lead changes there have been.
You know, this has been a great quarter of basketball. Very fun, entertaining way to watch a state semifinal.
They'll play for the last shot. Halloran. Official stops the count as the Treynor defense backs off. 30 seconds. Halloran just standing there.
Last 2 times they did this, they took shots a little bit early. I'd like to see them wait until about 8 or 7 before they attack, as opposed to starting at 12 seconds like they did the last couple times.
Both fans getting on their feet here as the clock winds down in the third. 12 seconds to go. Halloran. Under 10, 8. Halloran, long cross-court pass. Pull-up shot, and it's blocked away. Rejected that time by Robinson. Engelbretson tried to get off a shot, and now there's 1.8 seconds left.
And you look at the shot opportunity, but they're missing Amsbaugh. We can't quite see him in the replay, who was open at that high post.
Now they inbounded. Halloran, and no foul called, and that will be the end of 3. It is Treynor 37, West Fork 36. Back with the final quarter after this on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
People ask me a lot of questions about health insurance.
PPO, HSA, OMG.
From individuals to small businesses.
Hey, Abby, Affordable Care Act. What do I need to know?
New laws, more choices.
Hey, Abby, quick question.
So Wellmark created a simple way to choose the right plan at wellmark.com/simple.
Does my plan include maternity coverage?
Get the promise of simplicity. Choose your Wellmark plan today at wellmark.com/simple.
Mid-American Energy is putting the power to use energy more efficiently in our hands. Helping with the big things and pointing out the little things that add up to make a difference. Like cleaning lint traps, changing furnace filters, and using smart power strips. With Mid-American, energy efficiency is always within reach. The power's in our hands. With Mid-American Energy.
All smiles on our Delta Dental Smile Cam. 1 quarter to go. Who's going to pull this one out and get into the championship game? It's a 1-point ball game. Treynor by 1. Quarter of play. Engelbretson passing it off to Myers. We'll see if they look for Amsbaugh here.
And a switch to a kind of a diamond and 1, and they put Castle on Amsbaugh.
Engelbretson pops from downtown. 39-37, West Fork by 2.
And if a team's going to play diamond and 1 on your big fella, you better have guards step up and hit jump shots, and that's what Engelbretson did there.
Treynor with the ball now. Chapman back out to Trey Castle. Castle gets a screen, splits 2 defenders, off the glass, and good. What a drive by Trey Castle. And a quick 30-second timeout. Treynor will take a 30. We'll take an opportunity to take a break. We're all tied on the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Des Moines is everything you want in a city. Catch DesMoines.com.
39-39. Scott Rucker taking a big drink of water. Boy, if you're, well, you've coached a long time, Chris. I mean, this is where all that training and all that preparation comes to fruition now, because it's tied up in a semifinal ball game here in Des Moines, and a steal here by Treynor.
They end up turning it over here at the end, but you're 100% right. What happens is you spent since November with these guys. You practiced every scenario you could ever imagine. You've game prepped like crazy, and now it comes down for a chance to play in the state championship game. You hope all the players are in the right spots, and they do exactly what they've been coached to do.
Warhawks with the ball. We're all tied at 39. 6:40 to go here at Wells Fargo Arena. Sprung gives it up. Myers for three. That's an air ball, and taken by Chapman.
But I think West Fork's a little confused with this triangle and one on Amsbaugh as they put Castle, the little guard, on Amsbaugh.
Trey Castle gives it off to Flathers. Flathers for Chapman. Baseline. Flathers leans in, and it's in and out. No good. That did everything but fall.
And a good job of attacking. Amsbaugh forced some contact, but just didn't finish.
Now there, Amsbaugh looked a little more aggressive defensively. Off the glass, beautiful feed down low. Myers scores a 2-point lead for West Fork. Under 6. Trey Castle. Now Paulson pulls up. No good. On the rebound, Halloran. Bounce pass far corner to Myers. Gets caught on the baseline. Out to Halloran. Halloran for three. That's short. And the rebound by Robinson.
Treynor is okay right now with Halloran getting those wide open threes. That means they've looked at him throughout some games, and they feel that him shooting that three is a lot better for them than giving Amsbaugh any chance to touch the ball.
Now Trey Castle looked over to the bench to get a new play. Now they're running it. Here's a jump shot. Chapman, no. Amsbaugh with the rebound. Under the 5-minute mark now. Myers goes in, uncontested baseline drive. 43-39, a 4-point lead for West Fork, their largest of the ball game.
I might want a timeout here too.
We're gonna get one. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Treynor a timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Relive all the exciting action from this year's Iowa High School State Semifinals and Finals. Order your DVD today. Just go to IHSSNDVDsales.com and select the game of your choice. Plus, be sure to see our library of other great Iowa High School Championship action. Unforgettable memories that last forever. Don't wait. Order yours today at IHSSNDVDsales.com.
Back here at Wells Fargo, Rick Silvestrini, Chris Cundiff. It's 43-39. West Fork with its biggest lead of the game. 4:48 to go. The winner into the Class 2A championship game tomorrow night. Treynor with the ball. Chapman looks over to Castle. Castle caught in the corner. Gives it up for Robinson. Flathers, turnaround off the glass. No! Amsbaugh tipped it into the hands of his teammate.
That could have been very close to being called a foul, but Amsbaugh, I think they caught him leaning back and said that wasn't enough contact.
Halloran down low. Quick passing, and again, who's left underneath? It's Hunter Myers for two. Myers with 10 in the ball game. 6-point lead now, the biggest for West Fork. Nearly a travel there. Almost an extra step by Castle, and now a steal. Boy, the momentum has shifted dramatically in the favor of West Fork. Amsbaugh pull-up jumper, no good. And pulled down by Flathers. Pushing it again.
Still plenty of time in this basketball game. You do not have to be in a hurry. You don't have to settle for long jump shots. Run your stuff and try to get easy buckets.
Chapman still on the dribble. into the corner for Paulson. Back to Chapman. And a timeout. We're going to get another timeout here by Treynor. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. It will be a full timeout. 3:28 remaining. 45-39 West Fork, back on the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
Des Moines is everything you want in a city. Catch DesMoines.com.
When we act as an advocate for Iowa farmers,
I rise up.
When we reinvest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities,
I rise up.
when we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year,
I rise up.
when we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
We're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
Our Unity Point Health fan cam, everyone's excited. West Fork, their biggest lead now at 45-39. Treynor led by 6 in the first half. Treynor with the ball as Paulson gets it in. Getting close to that 3-minute mark here in the fourth. They lob it inside. It's a bad pass, and Amsbaugh takes it, and he's fouled. I'm not sure that was a wise idea.
Well, and they have the set out of the timeout. They went to something they felt they could have, and Amsbaugh read the back screen and just stayed at home. You just can't throw that ball there.
3:19, but now West Fork with the ball and the 6-point lead, 45-39. Halloran gives it to Amsbaugh, back to Halloran. Engebretson guarded closely by Trey Castle. Amsbaugh to Halloran. Halloran, quick fake, back to Amsbaugh. And showing a lot of patience and line up. They've got the 6-point lead, under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, and you've got a Treynor team that's going to have to gamble for steals.
Well, right there, Hunter Myers got fouled on the jump shot. And 2 free throws coming up for Hunter Myers.
Very important right now that you make sure you box out on every free throw attempt, because we're going to see a lot of free throws out of West Fork. If you're West Fork, you make free throws down the stretch, you're going to punch your ticket to the state championship game.
Myers misses the first. He's a 73% free throw shooter. That was his first attempt tonight. He's got 10 in the ball game. Treynor bench looks on. Second one. Too hard, missed them both. Treynor down 6 and with the ball. 2:43 to go. Robinson to Flathers. Cross-court Paulson inside and broken up by Amsbaugh. Out of bounds though on him. He seems to be reading those passes very nicely right now.
And he's done a good job of being a help defender. He's kind of off his man because Flathers hasn't hit any jump shots, so he's able to stay in the paint and help out his teammates a little more.
2:32. Robinson fakes, goes up, draws the foul, and 2 shots coming up. Nice job by Robinson. Very little went off the clock, and now he's at the line to shoot 2.
He's a 57% foul shooter. So he's got to go to the line here. He's got to make both free throws.
Missed his only attempt earlier in the ball game. 2 coming up here and misses again. And I'm a firm believer, Chris, in the law of averages. If you're a 50% free throw shooter, you're probably going to shoot about 50% in the game.
You know, you shoot enough of them all season long. That number's a reason. There's a reason why that number is what it is at this point.
And he's right at the 50% mark.
Some 1-3-1 half-court pressure.
45-40, 5-point lead for West Fork. 2:22 to go in a timeout now. Called by Snows. It's a 30-second timeout. 45-40 West Fork. We'll take a break on the Fairway Food Stores Championship.
Because AIB College of Business is strictly business, our graduates get bachelor's degrees that get them hired. In fact, 98% of recent AIB College of Business graduates are working or continuing their education. which means they're also 98% more likely to reign supreme from the corner office someday. Bottom line, you're more likely to get a job. Visit our campus in Des Moines or check us out online.
2:21 to go. West Fork with a 45-40 lead, and they've got the ball. Hunter Myers on the sideline. Gets it into Halloran. Halloran to Engebretson. On the back dribble. Guarded closely in the foul now called. They're going to get Trey Castle.
It's only the 6th, so the next one I'll put them at the foul line. You want to foul guys like Halloran, Amsbaugh. Those are probably the 2 you want to put on the line. They're both 60% foul shooters.
Amsbaugh's got the ball right now. Passes to Engebretson. Back to Amsbaugh. Clock ticking away, we're under 2. Amsbaugh backs it out. 45-point lead. Halloran, are they going to foul him? Nope, they get it off in the corner, underneath, and a great pass, and they found Sprung, and he scores off the glass. Now it's a 7-point lead for West Fork. That's their biggest of the game.
You still don't necessarily need a 3, but you need a score, and you need it rather quickly.
Robinson to Paulson. Paulson from downtown short. Offensive board and put back there by Robinson. 5-point game, 1:23 to go. Some pressure now by Treynor. Cross-court pass, Halloran. Halloran in the front court, and they foul him. Now they're going to put a 64% free throw shooter on the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Halloran has not had an attempt this afternoon.
Very important that he doesn't come up empty. 1 free throw turns this into a 6-point game. That's maximizing the full 2 possessions, which means the 3-point option becomes a little bit bigger for Treynor in trying to get back into this.
Got to hit the first. It's up, and it is no good. He missed it. Here comes Treynor down by 5. 1:14 to go.
This possession, it's all about taking a great shot. It doesn't have to be a 3. It's got to be a great shot.
Robinson, Flathers now. Flathers in the paint. Spin move, left hand, no. Tipped around. Loose ball out of bounds. It's going to be off of Amsbaugh, and Treynor will get another crack. 59.1 seconds left.
And I like the post move there. Flathers makes a great post move, just ends up missing it, but that's a high percentage shot.
Yeah, it just didn't go. Bounce pass it in. Flathers, 56 seconds. Chapman taking up some time here. Flathers pulls up in the paint, and it goes. And a timeout called by Treynor. This will be a full timeout. 48.2 left. It's a 3-point ball game. Back after this on the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Des Moines is everything you want in a city. Catch DesMoines.com.
When we act as an advocate for Iowa farmers,
I rise up.
when we reinvest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities,
I rise up.
when we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year,
I rise up.
when we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
We're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
47-44. West Fork by 3 with 48.2 seconds left.
If you're Treynor right now out of this timeout, you're going to give some full court pressure. Try to get the turnover in the backcourt. Don't foul too early. See if you can get that turnover before half. If they cross half court, then get your foul.
Amsbaugh going for the home run. Hits Halloran. Halloran all the way, and count it.
That's the worst possible thing that could have happened out of that pressure right there.
Well,
great pass out of Amsbaugh.
Watch the pass here by Amsbaugh. And he went for the home run, and boy, did he make a great play. And then Halloran finished it off. We've got another timeout. It's a full timeout. 49-44, 42.1 left. And we'll be back on the Fairway Foods Championship Network.
When we act as an advocate for Iowa farmers,
I rise up.
when we reinvest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities,
I rise up.
when we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year,
I rise up.
when we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
we're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
Because AIB College of Business is strictly business, students earn their bachelor's degrees faster with a degree in 3. And when they complete their business degree in just 3 years, they land their first jobs faster too. Which means their peers at other schools will be 100% green with envy. Bottom line, you get a bachelor's degree faster. Visit our campus in Des Moines or check us out online.
49-44.
Yeah, even if he hits his foul shot and it makes it 6, you still don't need a 3. You just need a quick score. You have one timeout left, but it's got to be a quick score and a foul.
And he makes it. 6-point ball game, 42 seconds left. Trey Castle will bring it up. Got to go quick now if you're Treynor. Castle dishes it off. Paulson from downtown. That's an air ball to let it go out of bounds. And it will be back to West Fork.
And that's the one problem. If you take the quick 3 and you don't hit it, now you're back against the 8 ball, down 6, having to foul.
Well, Treynor coach Scott Rucker thought that was touched. And now we'll get a foul, and free throws coming up again for West Fork. Coach Rucker giving some instructions to his team. Actually, Frank Schnoes there was calling for the intentional foul. He's not going to get that, though. 50-44. Halloran now can make it the 3-possession game. Free throw on the way, and he misses it. Life still for Treynor. Trey Castle pops it off to Paulson. Paulson to Chapman. Chapman for 3 off the mark, and rebounded by Sprung, and he's fouled.
Treynor ran a great set to get a look. They got Chapman, who's been a pretty big deal for them at the 3-point line, and just can't knock it down.
It's the 5th foul now on Robinson. He has to leave. Coming in for him is Matt Deichler. Double bonus now, and Evan Sprung will shoot 2. Sprung's had a nice game, 13 points. Knocks it in, and now it's a 3-possession game.
The key here is at least come up with one, which he did. If he makes the next one, it makes it even more difficult, but you can't come up empty every time on the line. So that first one was huge.
Second one, no good. But now just 20 seconds left for Treynor. Trey Castle, again trying to find Paulson, nearly loses it, just 13 left on the clock. Time's gonna run out. On the drive, Chapman, they're just gonna let him score, and the clock is down to 6.4, and we've got a full timeout now taken by Treynor. 6.4 seconds left. It's West Fork by 5. Back after this on the Fairway Food Sports Championship Network.
Des Moines is everything you want in a city. Catch DesMoines.com.
When we act as an advocate for Iowa farmers,
I rise up.
when we reinvest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities,
I rise up.
when we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year,
I rise up.
when we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans,
I rise up.
we're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors. We're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
6.4 seconds left. Coach Snow's looking to get into the finals. They lob it in, and Amsbaugh has it. He's going to throw the ball up. Did he know the clock was running out? Anyway, it did run out. I think for some reason he thought the clock had already run out, but it's all academic because West Fork is into the finals after knocking off Treynor 51-46. Kind of a bizarre last few seconds.
I think you might have thought there was about 2 seconds left on the clock, so doing that would have wrapped it up. But a 2-possession game when he does it, there was no chance Treynor had to end up tying this game or winning it at that stage.
So West Fork, who won it all back in 2011, will try to do it again here in 2014. They will take on Western Christian of Hull, the championship tomorrow night, 8:05, right here at Wells Fargo Arena. We'll take a break. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
What is good? For us, it's a recipe that begins with one simple step: giving back. Each year, our community impact fundraising events help raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for good causes, from Little League uniforms to youth mission trips. Because we believe in serving not only the food you love, but also our communities. Pizza Ranch, always good.
Your health is important.
So we want to help you manage it every day. That's why Unity Point Health offers an online app called My Unity Point.
You can see a summary of your medical records, doctor visits, and test results.
You can refill a prescription or request an appointment.
And best of all, you can do it on your schedule. So we can work together to keep you healthy.
The point of Unity is you. Unity Point Health. Go to myunitypoint.org and sign up for My Unity Point today.
.46 the final score as West Fork holds on against Treynor. Rick Silvestrini and Chris Cundiff back here at Wells Fargo Arena. A back and forth game all the way. Treynor had a 6-point lead late in the second. West Fork, they had as big as a 7-point lead, and they end up winning at 51-46. I really thought West Fork did a nice job. You know, they had their bigs in foul trouble. They played it almost perfectly, and they kept Amsbaugh out of foul trouble the rest of the half. And then even in the third, they basically, I think, let him kind of play loosey-goosey defense. And then in the fourth, it was back to normal, and they end up winning the game.
Yeah, and I think that was a very good approach there in the second half. Third quarter, they were able to survive the 8 minutes with Amsbaugh still on the floor to help you offensively. Defensively, he gave up a couple, but that was to make sure he didn't get into foul trouble. But what was really impressive was the way they passed the ball and broke down the diamond and one at about the 2.5-3 minute mark, and were able to take a lead and start to extend it. That ended up leading to them punching their ticket to the state championship.
West Fork with 3 players in double figures, Sprung with 14, kind of the unsung hero in this game. 13 for Amsbaugh, 10 for Hunter Myers. Meanwhile, Treynor had 1 player in double figures, Jacob Flathers. He had 12 points, but a lot of even scoring. Robinson with 8, or 9 that is, and Paulson and Chapman also with 8 points apiece. That will set up Western Christian against West Fork. And Western Christian, they had a little bit of trouble against Cascade there. They had the big lead, let Cascade get back in it, and that will be our matchup tomorrow night at 8:05.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations. Anytime you're in a state semifinal, no lead is really safe. And they got out early, but then Cascade was able to get back into that ball game. Whole Western Christian finishes it off, and it's going to lead to a very interesting state championship on Friday night.
Well, Chris, you and I will have both games this evening. It's the 3A semifinals, the first one to get underway at 6:35, Harlan against Wahlert, and then we'll wrap it up with Waverly Shell Rock against Central Clinton. That's going to do it here from Wells Fargo Arena. For Chris Cundiff, I'm Rick Silvestrini. This is the Fairway Food Stores Championship Network.
Long before going green was an everyday phrase, back in 1955, Fairway came up with a way to recycle the heat generated by our refrigeration compressors, using an underground tunnel to pump the warm air back into the store. It cuts our heating bill, which helps keep prices low for our customers. And it's good for the planet. Fairway, where going green isn't a gimmick. It's just how we do business.
At Fairway, family comes first. That's why you won't find us here on Sundays. We believe families need a day to slow down and spend time together. For 75 years, Sunday has been a day to rest and recharge. And over the years, it's become our secret to delivering superior service to our customers every other day of the week. Fairway, where family comes first.
They're going to just move around the corners. Everybody was very cordial about it, very nice about it, both parties. Because they were sitting in the National Guard space. So and the young lady that was sitting there said, "We'd rather be where they're at anyway. Everybody can see them." So yeah, everybody was very nice. The guard and you guys, everything was ready to go. Okay. Move whenever you want. You're not going to be here for the first. I won't be here.